adventure to explore our 5 senses. Are you ready? Alright, here we go. Say hello with your hands. Say hello with your feet. Say hello with your words to everyone you meet. Say hello with your shoulders. Say hello with your knees. Say hello with your smile so everybody sees. Say hello with your head. Say hello with your rhymes. Say hello with all of you, because it's music time. Our first sense to explore on our journey through the 5 senses today outside in our camping trip, we're actually going to do 2. We're going to do taste and we're going to do smell. Because one of my very favorite things to do when I'm camping is to make a certain snack. And it involves graham crackers, marshmallows, and chocolate. Do you know what I'm gonna make? I'm gonna make a s'more. Now, when we're making s'mores, if you're camping, most likely you're gonna make them over the fire, so we can smell the fire, and then once we get them all made, you can taste your s'more, because they're so delicious. Here we go. Let's build a s'more. And as we do it, we're gonna scrape our graham crackers together like this. We're gonna use them like an instrument. We're making s'mores. Making s'mores. We're gonna build them nice and tall, then we're gonna eat them all. We're making s'mores. First we take the cracker, then add a chocolate bar, then we'll roast some marshmallows. We'll give them a nice char, then we'll put it all together. And what have we got? A yummy, yummy s'more. Get it while it's hot. We're making s'mores. Making s'mores. We're gonna build them nice and tall, then we're gonna eat them all. We're making s'mores. First we take the cracker and add a chocolate bar, then we'll roast some marshmallows. We'll give them a nice char, then we'll put it all together. And what have we got? A yummy, yummy s'more. Get it while it's hot. We're making s'mores. Making s'mores. We're gonna build them nice and tall, then we're gonna eat them all. We're making s'mores. I'm going for it. Okay, Mini-Music Makers, so it is time to talk about hearing. And hearing is something that we do in music all the time. So the senses that we use in music, we actually use pretty much all of our 5 senses. We use our sight to see the music that we play and to see the instruments that we play, to make sure we're playing the right instrument, to make sure Mr. Rogers playing the guitar, and that I'm playing the piano. We also use feeling. So when you're playing an instrument, when you're playing the piano, or when you're singing, you might feel a vibration. If you go, ah, and you keep your hand right here, go, ah, you can feel a vibration. So we feel a vibration. Or if you listen to music really loud, you might feel the vibration under your feet. It's kind of cool. You should try it sometime. And of course, we hear music. So hearing music is a big thing, and it's a big one of our 5 senses. So we're going to talk about some things that we might use to make music that we hear, okay, in nature. So of course in nature we hear all of the sounds of nature. And sometimes you might hear, if you're at a campground, you might hear some truck sounds too. All right, but we hear the birds, we hear the wind in the trees, we might hear some footsteps, we might hear the crackle of a fire. So we also have things in nature that we can make instruments out of so that we can make music that we can hear. So think about this. I have sticks here that I found on our camping adventure. What do they look like? Drumsticks! So we can tap them like drumsticks or scrape them. All right, so you can make instruments out of sticks. I also have some pine cones. Now these are really little pine cones. You can probably find some bigger ones, but they're almost like a guiro in that you can scrape them. Okay, so we can scrape pine cones. And I also have some pine needles here. And what can we do with pine needles? Maybe we can shake them. So all of these things in nature, they make sounds and we can use them to make music. So that's our sense of hearing. We can hear all of these things, whether we're hearing animals or we're hearing nature sounds, or maybe you're telling a scary story by the fire, or you're singing a song to your family. Now, there is one creature that I certainly do not like to hear when I am camping: the mosquito. Most times they are a bug that you can't use your sense of sight with because they're so small, but you might be able to use your sense of hearing and hear that really, really high buzz. And certainly if you don't hear them buzzing and you don't see them and they bite you, you're gonna use your sense of touch to feel the bug bite because it really, really itches, am I right? So we're gonna do a song. It's called the Mosquito Beat. And when Mr. Roger plays a note really loud like this, we're going to try and beat the mosquito before it bites us. So we might beat the mosquito on our leg, so we might drum on our leg. We might drum on our arm. We might drum on our knee, or we might drum on our toes. So get ready, because here we go. Sitting by the fireside when I hear that buzzing skeet. Look around in the dark and get up to my feet. Mosquitoes buzzing around my leg, thinks I'm a tasty treat. It's time to drum that mosquito beat. Sitting by the fireside when I hear that buzzing skeet. Look around in the dark and get up to my feet. Mosquitoes buzzing around my arm, thinks I'm a tasty treat. It's time to drum that mosquito beat. Sitting by the fireside and hear that squeaky skeet. Look around in the dark and get up to my feet. Mosquitoes buzzing around my knee, thinks I'm a tasty treat. It's time to buzz that mosquito beat. Sitting around in the dark and hear that buzzing skeet. Look around in the dark and get up to my feet. Mosquitoes buzzing around my toes, thinks I'm a tasty treat. It's time to drum that mosquito beat. Did you get him? Did you get that mosquito before he bit you? I hope you did. One of the really cool things about camping is everything that you get to see when you're out on a hike. Have you ever been on a hike before? You get to go and see all the leaves on the trees. You get to see flowers and rocks and maybe even some creatures. And depending on where you go for a hike, you might see different things. So if you go camping by the beach, you might see the ocean and sand. If you go camping in the mountains, you might see pine trees and eagles. So it just depends on where you go that you'll see different things. So we have a song all about hiking. So we're gonna be looking up high. So can you look up high? And then we're going to be looking down low. And then we're going to be looking all around and looking for animals. So if you have some stuffed animals, you might want to hide them around so that you can find them up high and down low and all around. I'm going hiking and I look up in the sky. Lots of eagles, birds, and bees and butterflies. I see the sun shining high above the trees. I see the clouds and the sky and the eaves. I'm going hiking with eyes open wide to see everything from the ground to the sky. I'm going hiking and I look down at the ground. So many bugs, plants, and dirt to be found. I see the colors on the flowers and the rocks. I see the path below my shoes and my socks. I'm going hiking with my eyes open wide to see everything from the ground to the sky. On a all around to find the animals. I'm going hiking and I'm searching in the wood. So many creatures have been where I've stood. I see the squirrels scamper all around the trees. I see the groundhogs and the snakes that flee. I'm going hiking with eyes open wide to see everything from the ground to the sky. Alright everybody, so we have sat by our fire, we have chased away some mosquitoes, we made some s'mores, we've gone on a hike, we made some instruments with things we found in nature. But you know what? That's not all the things that you can do while you're camping, and that's not all the things that we can see and hear and smell and feel and taste. There's tons more things. So we have a little song to kind of round us out and talk about some more things that we can do while we're camping. Fireflies aglow in the skies at night, leaves in the trees flowing in the sunlight, flames in the fire flicker oh so free. These are the things that I can see. Going camping I use five senses. Makers, thank you so much for joining us. I hope to see you again soon, but until then, you'll be in our hearts.